Howdy do, y'all. This is John, and today we are talking about Elio, a new movie out on Premiere VOD, and I think still playing in some theaters right now. And in Elio, it deals with this young kid who gets abducted by aliens after a misunderstanding, and now has to bring peace between these two different factions of aliens that want two different things. One wants peace, the other wants more. Okay, now, so to get things started, first and foremost, what I liked about the movie, easily the most surprising thing about this entire film was its focus on the family unit. This is surprising to me because in many ways Disney has been abandoning that element of society, the family unit, and here is Disney and Pixar not abandoning it at all, but making it front and center and showing, a good, stable family. Elio, his parents, pass away in a tragic event. They don't really explain exactly what, but his aunt goes and adopts him and, was taking care of him as if she was his own mother, even sacrificing being an astronaut to help her nephew out. That is what family would do. Are you listening? The people who made the new Lilo and Stitch. But not only that, there's this subplot involving a father and son, and a father not really understanding his own son. But at the end of the day, he unconditionally loves his son. And his son is more important to him than his honor or anything like that. His honor or his dignity. None of that is important to him as his son. And, it's really heartfelt and kind of emotional to see that. We are so deprived of this kind of stuff nowadays. It is ridiculous. Another thing I like about it is the visual element to it. Pixar has always been 100% reliable on good visuals in their movies. Yeah, some of them might have, different artistic styles, but at the end of the day, they're always 100% reliable when it comes to animation quality. This movie's no exception. This is a great looking film from an animation standpoint, and also from just a visual standpoint. The designs for the alien world, there's just not much like it. Now, as far as the story goes, the story is a little bit basic. It's someone gets abducted by aliens now over a misunderstanding. Now, this thing's going on and he has to fix it, even though he has no idea what he's doing. But there are some things that they do that actually do, like the lead character, Elio. He is a kid that feels like he doesn't belong, which I know there's a lot of kids that feel that way. He doesn't have very many friends, and he just thinks that, this world was not made for him. He does go, however, on a character journey, character arc, where, things change. He learns a thing or two that really, it's just everyday life. Now, in terms of problems with the movie, every great family movie has, discussions about real world stuff, real world situations and everything like that. However, there's this common trend anymore that if a movie is directed at kids, it has to be loud and obnoxious. Unfortunately, this movie was a very uneven mix of the two. I am not lying. try to mix the two together. And, even though thankfully the heartfelt moments and the actually positive messaging in the film, it doesn't lessen its impact, but the loud and obnoxious stuff is undeniably very annoying. Another thing worth pointing out is, the supposedly peaceful union of different planets exists. However, why on earth don't they have some kind of armed forces when they know occasionally they have to deal with big bullies like the Hylargians, I think they're called in the movie? Like, why? Even Starfleet had an armed forces, and they were trying to be peaceful. It just doesn't sound that smart to me. And look, I get it. You're trying to be a peaceful people. That don't mean your neighbors are peaceful. So guys, at the end of the day, Elio, it's not a bad movie. I hesitate to call it one of Pixar's strongest films. It's definitely not as good as Inside Out 2. Nowhere near as good as Coco. But it is a good movie. It's not harmful to kids. It's got good quality animation. The story's kind of basic, but the main character is, well written. It's an entertaining film. And, if you guys want to check it out with your family, there's a lot worse you could be watching. You could be watching the new Lilo and Stitch. I'm going to give Elio a 7. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please look forward to more videos real soon. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And don't forget, I also have a secondary channel with a bunch of gaming stuff. I have been playing the Resident Evil 2 remake. Please go check it out. And as per usual, please remember, the Podensky will